Everyone will judge you according to what they think. Today, we bring you a story of a man who was neglected by the people he loved the most because he was disabled. He was dumped by his girlfriend right after he lost his 2 legs in an accident. She could not bear with the fact that her man was now a lame person. He was not born with this disability. He had an accident when he worked at the mining site that deals with digging minerals. And one day, he was digging when the mines fell on him. He was rushed to the hospital. He was treated and he went back home on his feet. But his legs kept being painful, and when he couldn't take it anymore, he went to the hospital. They told him that his left leg was showing signs of cancer and it had to be cut off. After some time, his right leg also brought about the same pain. He went back to the hospital and he was told the same story, and his right leg was also cut off. He spent 6 months in the hospital getting treatment. After running out of money, he told the doctors to release him and he went home with some medicine. After what had happened to him, the people that lived around him started changing their ways towards him, and most of them didn't even want to talk to him because he had become disabled. After coming back from the hospital, his girlfriend visited him and she told him that it was over between them and they had to break up. She said she could not live with him anymore since he had lost his job. She had told him such words before, even before he had recovered. He loved her so much, and that made him very depressed. She said that she would feel so embarrassed working with half a man. She told him that he will not manage to cover all the responsibilities of a man, such as providing for the family, affording to pay school fees for the children, covering medical bills, paying rent, and so on. When his girlfriend dumped him, he realized that it was time to move to another place, but he couldn't do anything for himself, such as fetching water, cooking, and a lot more. When he heard that the doctors will cut off his legs, it did not bother him so much due to the fact that he found other patients that comforted him and told him it was possible to live without legs. The mining site he worked in refused to help him with anything like finances, treatment, or anything of that sort. After a year of struggling and going through tough times, he fell in love again, and this time the girl had loved him despite his disability. It did not take long for them to get married. His wife says he saw him one day and she asked his elder sister what had happened to him, and that's how she had the story of his life, and she ended up falling for him. She felt scared whenever he approached her because it was her first time seeing a person like this. She just loved him for who he was, as simple as that. His family members and a few friends he had did not accept it when he told them that he had a new girlfriend. They knew what had happened to him before, and they thought his story will repeat itself. They thought he was lying to them, and when it was her turn to tell her family, it was not something they liked at all. They said a lot of negative things about him, and none of them even wanted her to get close to him anymore. But she gave them a deaf ear and followed her heart to the man of her dreams. They got married, but no one from the girl's side was happy about it. All they ever kept doing was warn her about how she had turned her life into a complete mess. Later on, God blessed them with 2 beautiful children. A lot of negative words kept incoming from different sides, but they ignored such and kept their relationship and family ongoing. His wife would look for small jobs and make money, while her husband stays home and takes care of the kids, and that's how they lived on. After some time, his wife could not find jobs anymore. Their life became more and more harder. The disabled man had to go on the streets and start begging in order to get food for their kids. The streets did not even solve a big problem of hunger, because he only got a few coins per day, which was also not helping. Life on their side had started becoming impossible. They couldn't afford rent, clothes, or even food for their family anymore. People always reminded them how they warned them that this was coming because of the man being disabled. When they were going through all this, they got visited by Afrimax TV and they got a chance to tell their story to the world. When their story got published, people that viewed it got touched and donated money to this family, bought for them a wheelchair and gave them some food. It was like a miracle to them. Everyone that was close had neglected them, and this made the couple think that no one in the world cared about them. Afrimax TV recently revisited them and gave them money that people had donated to this family via GoFundMe.com from their previous video that was published on this very channel, Afrimax English. The family thanks everyone on this channel that donated to them because it is going to make a very big difference in their lives and their children too. This man was advised that the wheelchair that was donated to him can be advanced, that an engine can be added to make it easier for him to ride it because he uses a lot of energy pedaling with his hands, but he says it is expensive and he cannot afford it. His children see him folding his pants and they always ask him where he put his legs. It bothers them so much to see other fathers walking every day, going to work, but their own father does not work or walk, but instead he crawls to the street and starts begging for coins. He says that he has dreams of walking one day. He was always wishing to get artificial legs so that his little children get to see him walking just like other fathers. They say that they are going to use this money and start up a permanent job for his wife, which they say will ease their way of living to a certain extent. He says that all he wishes to have right now is artificial legs because that's all that he has been wanting to have for some good time now. Do not let yesterday take up too much of today. If the couple had given time to the negativity that people were throwing at them, they wouldn't have come this far. Develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step towards achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. Thank you for watching Afrimax English. This is Prince. Do not forget to subscribe.